School nursing in 2018 is so different from when I started. In the days of 72, when I was hired, the questions always related to what would I do for the kids, which was fine, but I never realized the impact that my role should have had on the kids initially. And over the years, the definition of the school nurse has changed from meeting the standards that the state said. The definition of the school nurse became the listener, the counselor, the advocate for the child, the confidential person who will help that child in a crisis, or help the child even understand what it meant to have a referral. Kids get really nervous with that. I kind of knew the importance of keeping up with the practice, which was not easy. It was not easy to keep up with what was happening every day in my school and in my duties and keeping up with the readings. But I did do that, and I did that through reading the Journal of School Nursing and all of the other nursing magazines.
Well, I'm Marie DeSisto, former MSNO president and Nasm director. I am now retired. I've been retired for 3 years. And I was a school nurse for over 20 years, probably closer to 25 years. How it changed, one of the big things I think was the computerization of the health office. So we all did things with paper and pencil originally. Now we do computers. Also the use of technology, the use of social media, that we are on Twitter, that we are doing podcasts, that nurses are doing lots of other types of social communications, which I think has really changed our job. So that's one of the biggest things I think that's changed. And happy anniversary, NASN.
Hi, my name is Carolyn Mains, and I'm the president of the Mass School Nurse Organization and also director of school health services for the Plymouth Public Schools. I feel like I became a leader in school health during the concussion times in 2010 when our state passed its first law and gave the schools regulations around concussion management. I believe this was the first time that school nurses were actually able to safely manage student concussions and able to communicate with coaching staff, teaching staff, administration, and work with community providers to make sure that our students weren't returning to play too soon and were also given accommodations so that they could return to learn in a timely way during their recovery from concussions. I think this was a huge step in the right direction in Massachusetts for maintaining the health and safety of our students and also their academic potential as well. So on that note, I would like to wish Nasm a very happy 50th anniversary from Massachusetts. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Kathy Hassey, and I'm actually the Awards and Scholarships person on the Massachusetts School Nurse Organization Board. I've been in school health since 1999, and right now I am the director of the Northeastern University School Health Academy. And the difference that I've seen since 1999 is, of course, the complexity of our students, but also helping teach faculty about what's going on with their students, whether it be medically or about emotional health.
Hi, my name is Patty Wright. I'm the Director of School Health Services for the Weston Public Schools in Weston, Massachusetts. My favorite NASN memory really are the years as a director from the state of Massachusetts. The most memorable thing was trying to get an appointment with Senator Ted Kennedy and ending up running into him in the hallway where his office was and chatting for a little bit and meeting his dogs. He did say he loved school nurses. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate NASN on this milestone.
Not sure about the years, but it was in the end of the 1970s when they discussed and decided to become an incorporated association and not connected to the National Education Association. And at that time, I was president of CSNO, and so I also was involved in that process. But then in 1980, I became a director and served on the board, the NASN board, for 4 years. And I believe Judy Beck was president of NASN when they changed. I could be wrong. But then you also, and then after that, it especially was important that the number of school nurses belonging to NASN increased, and it kept increasing. And also the increase in the yearly conferences, the annual conferences, because I can remember, I always remember a conference that was in the early 70s in Seattle, Washington, and we had 75 there, and we were so excited. And then when we broke 100, we really were excited. But now, I'm not sure what the number is this year, but it's close to 1,000.
About 1,200.
1,200. Anyway, so everything grew, and the visibility of school nursing grew with all the national organizations that are connected with health. And our appearance also in the political scene, not in political elections, but so much in Congress. They knew we were there, and that has increased and improved so much. But the school nursing has changed some, because I started school nursing in 1965, and we did not see the chronically ill children that they are seeing now. If I saw one diabetic student a year, that was amazing, or 2 or 3 asthmatics. There just were not the chronic illnesses. Plus, the seriously chronic ill children were on homeschooling or were in special schools, which now they're streamlined into the regular schools. But it seemed like at that time, excuse me, in the middle 60s, there was more money for school nursing. When I first started, we did physical exams on every 3rd grade and 6th grade student.
My name is Kathy O'Neill, and I've been involved with MSNO from 1986 to 2013. My favorite memory is one that was a very difficult one, actually, initially. At one point in the history of MSNO, the previous president had broken away from our affiliation with the National Association of School Nurses. I ran for president the next year, and my main goal was to reestablish affiliation with NASM because I thought it was so important for us to be part of our national organization. And we were successful. The votes came through of 90-95%, which was very, very exciting. And it culminated with my being nominated and received the award of being a fellow in the National Association of School Nurses. So congratulations on the 50th anniversary of NASN.
Going to conventions or conferences was always a favorite because I learned and socialized and came back energized and all excited. But the one time I had a wonderful experience was when the National came to Philadelphia. Well, this was my territory because I'm from New Jersey. And the people from Massachusetts were so excited, they wanted to see South Street, which is a neighborhood unto itself. What I didn't realize is they wanted to see the store where condoms were sold. So Anne Lowry, who was the president from Massachusetts at that time, she wanted to see it desperately. So we quickly broke away from some of the other nurses from Massachusetts, and we went to the Condom Kingdom. That was the name of the store. And while we were in there shopping, and do you know condoms come in flavors, colors, sizes, and many things. And as we're looking and touching and feeling, this young kid comes up and says, "Mrs. Kiefner, what are you doing here?" And I regrouped and I said, "I am getting teaching tools for next semester."
For me, school nursing is all about me helping the students, the staff, the parents, making a difference in the lives of them mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, the whole being. Because it's very important to be able to not only think through certain situations throughout the day, but to be medically stable, feeling well, making sure they eat. So nutrition is very important for us in school nursing. So it's a lot of things that we do as a school nurse that a lot of people have no idea, but it's total pleasure and we enjoy our job to the fullest. I love what I do. It's more than Band-Aids and ice bags. It's showing true love and dedication to the job. And like I said, not only to the children, but to their family as well, because it makes a difference in how you react. You have to remain calm in all situations and training staff how to respond to emergency situations. So for me, school nursing is very rewarding. I love it and I love coming to my job. And to all school nurses, I say Happy Nurses Day and continue to do the incredible job that we each do every day and make a difference in the lives of these children.
Hi, my name is Marge Kanuti. I was the school nurse in Searsport, Maine for 24 years, 1976 to 2001. During that period of time, I saw a tremendous change in the role of the school nurse. When I started was also the start of ADA and 504 plans, and as a result of that, we had to get involved with writing IHPs and doing instruction for staff and one-on-one instruction for aides for medically challenged children. I also got involved with the crisis team. I actually started the crisis team and student assistant teams. And by this time, the school was well aware that having a school nurse was not a luxury, it was a necessity. And I was placed on the teacher's pay scale, which had not been the practice for most school nurses at that time. The National Association of School Nurses was also fairly new, and at one of our summer meetings, which was in conjunction with the phys ed teachers, because we did not have our own organization, we were given a lot of information about NASA, and we voted to become our own organization in the state of Maine, and that was the best thing that could have happened.
How often have you been asked, what exactly do school nurses do all day long? Are there that many sick kids at school? Well, I recently retired from school nursing after 43 years, so I don't have to answer that annoying question anymore. But if you need to answer it, here is an NASN response I learned many years ago. I plan, implement, and manage a comprehensive health program for thousands of preschool through high school students and their families, teachers, and staff. Sounds a lot better than I take care of the sick kids at school, eh? Since 1978, I've been a proud member of NASN. For most of my career, I worked in the Department of Defense schools in Europe and was a leader of the Overseas School Nurses Association. ASHNA started in the 70s. In 1988, we affiliated with NASN, which provided us with conference speakers and more, including much needed political action. ASHNA is still strong today with members throughout Europe and Asia. So what exactly did I do as a school nurse for 43 years? I developed model school health programs, emphasizing each student's own personal responsibility and commitment to being healthy. I gave kids the chance to experience what it's like to live healthy, eating and well and getting plenty of exercise and being happy. I sponsored outdoor education events, started an award-winning HIV peer instructor program, and organized a school-based clinic. My name is Laura Bauernfeind, and this is my very brief take on being a school nurse for 43 years. Happy birthday, NASN!
Hi, my name is Robin Cogan, and I'm a New Jersey school nurse. I work in Camden City, New Jersey, which is an urban district, and I'm just about to complete my 17th year. I've been a nurse since 1985, but almost half of my career has been spent as a school nurse. I first got involved in Nasm because I attended the conference in Philadelphia in 2015. That was the summer I also attended the J&J School Health Leadership Program. And between J&J and the NASN conference, my leadership skills really got a jump start. I hope that I've made an impact in school nursing in two ways. The first way, which I am so proud of, is that I teach in the Rutgers-Camden School of Nursing in the School Nurse Certificate Program, teaching the next generation of school nurses. The other way is that in last July, when I attended the NASN conference in San Diego, I took an amazing blogging workshop by Marge Kanuti, and she taught me the art of blogging. So when I got home, I started my blog. It's called The Relentless School Nurse, and I hope some of you have read it or seen it on the NASN website.